Hi friends, yesterday we discussed about Oracle Apex demo projects. Part of my video, I didn't complete the data model creation and launching an application. Since the video is little longer, I am splitting into part 2 video now. In this video, we are going to continue after the workspace got created. We are going to connect with the workspace, which is associated with a particular schema and the corresponding admin user. How we are going to connect it, and creating a data model thereafter, and followed by finally we are going to complete with the launching of an application. Let's begin that exercise. Now I am going to get into uh, Oracle Apex. So this is the workspace I have created called my underscore expense, and my underscore expense underscore admin is the admin user through which we are going to connect with the workspace, and this user mapped with expense is the schema. Okay, now we are going to create a small data model, like my expense data model, which holds customer, line, and loan objects, table objects. Okay, I'm getting into object browser. Here in the object browser, you see this is how the screen appears in the beginning. There is no objects, the table objects, or whatever the objects is related. You see that different objects related to the projects you can see, but now there is no objects as such available now. That is the reason you are seeing blank. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create three table objects. First, I'm going to start with customer master object. Okay, clicking the right symbol, right hand side, you see the plus symbol. I hit the plus symbol, so this screen appears. Now I'm going to create a customer master object. Customer ID is the key column here, number data type, and first name. Data type is the character string, I'm giving 30. Then last name, this is also varchar to 30 characters, and finally the phone number. Okay, for this customer is each customer uniquely differentiated using this customer ID, and this first name and last name of the customer information, and what is the phone number associated to the customer. This is the basic customer information we are going to capture as a master information. Okay, now we are going to hit a next thing. Okay, so here I didn't mention the data type, that's why it's throwing an exception. Okay, I selected the data type. Now here the next screen is looking for whether primary key need to be created. Yes, we are going to create a primary key here. The primary key constraint name automatically it's provided. I'm going to select the primary key. So as I mentioned before in the previous screen, customer ID is the unique information going to distinguish between each customer, correct? So it's going to be the primary key. Okay, then after selecting this, it will create the customer sequence number by default. So this will be attached with the before trigger is going to create by its own. Okay, now you don't need to touch anything, you leave it as it is, this foreign key section. Now this final screen, any constants you want to add it. For now, since it's primary key by itself, it will take care of not null constant everything. We are not going to touch anything. Okay, leave it as is. Now we are into the final phase of creation table. Okay, now I'm going to hit a create table button. Yeah, now our first table is ready. So now you can see in the object browser the first most table whatever we created, this is the master table. So these all are the attributes or column, whatever you call it, with the properties like number, varchar, and number. Okay, the customer ID being the primary key. Now the next table what you are going to create is line. Okay, I'm going to create a line table. Now the table name is line, lean you can call it, lean sorry, not line. Now what is a line information? And line underscore id and line cost, line underscore date, and customer id. Since this is the child table, we are going to give a reference. Okay, this line cost is nothing but number 7 2, and this is the data type, and this is going to be number. Next, now here the primary key will be the line line underscore id. So this is the line number. Okay, and here is there is any foreign key. Yes, in this case the foreign key is there because the customer id going to be the foreign key with the references, correct? Because the parent child should be there, because the master table what we created. So against each customer, what is the line is associated, the child record information captured periodically, correct? So we are creating customer id as the foreign key reference. Now hit a next button. Now you no need to worry about the constraints again here, so leave it as is. Next, and create a table. Now the next table also created. So this line table is, as I said, this is the child table which is associated with the customer parent table. For each customer there can be a multiple line information, like monthly line cost information will be captured, like January, February, March, April kind of. So it will be a child record will be associated against each customer. That is the reason the foreign key associated also mentioned. Okay, and now the next thing is, if there is any loan information again each customer, that we are going to define as the loan table. There can be possibility of device cover or extra device or any other things. You bought it as a loan through the provider, so that can be recorded in the loan table. So I'm going to create a loan table here. So loan underscore id, and this is going to be a number data type, and loan amount, this is going to be number 7 and scale precision. So then the loan underscore date is a date field, and customer id, this is going to be for each customer, the every month what is the loan you are going to pay. So it's, this is the reference we are going to keep it, and this is going to be a number data field. Now again, so loan id is the primary key here. Next, and the foreign key here is again customer id. So each loan for the customer it belongs to will be referred. So that's the reason we are again making foreign key connection with the customer table. Okay, done. So the screen activity is done. There is no concern need to be specified here. Leave it as is and create a table. Now we are all set with the customer, and each customer the line information periodically we are going to capture, and the loan information we are going to periodically capture. All those is associated. This is the simplest data model we are going to associate with our application launching. So our data model is ready. So like I mentioned in the previous video, the first thing workspace we got it created. Now the data model also ready with the parent child combination. This is the master table, this is the child table. For each customer, whatever the line cost periodically we are going to capture, and the loan cost we are going to capture, that will be there. Okay, so we are done. Let's go back to the browser again. Now the next interesting part is we are going to create an application with this data model. Okay, this is the low cost and rapid development tool we discussed in the beginning of our part 1 video. We are going, okay, so let me go back to the app builder. Okay, so now hit a create button here. So you will see three different options: new application, from file, and productivity app. Let us forget about these two things and let us hit a new application button. Okay, now I'm going to name this application as my expense system. Okay, and here I'm going to add a page, and here I'm going to hit a master detail as an option, and this is my expense info. My primary table is going to be customer table, and the detail table is going, and what is the information I'm going to display? First name and the last name. Okay, and what is the child table? It's going to be let us do one thing. So let us log out and log in back. My underscore expense, my expense admin, Oracle, Apple, create new application, my expense info system, add page, master, let's go back and see the object browser, everything is intact. Constraints, okay, create foreign key, customer ID, reference table, customer table. Next, finish. So now the customer reference is created since the foreign key. Okay, and in loan table also let us create a foreign key here. Foreign key constants we have to create it, and what is the column? So this customer ID is the foreign key we are going to associate with the customer table, correct? This is the master table. So now master child relationship established through this foreign key in both the tables. So this is the master table. So we need to ensure that this constraint also as well got created in both line tables, so that when you create a application, the master detail can recognize it correctly. Okay, so go back and my expense system. Now add a page, click master detail. Now mention the page name is expense info. Now this time it should appear correctly. This customer is the master table, and give the display information I'm throwing as first name and last name. And now you see the details. Since before the foreign key constraint was not established, it was not showing up correctly. Now I'm selecting what are the detail table. Line is the first detail table, and the second is loan is the. So this is the simplest data model arrangements what we have it. I'm selecting the detail table accordingly. In case like if you have more detail table, you can select accordingly. So now I'm hitting add page. That's it. Now I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just simply going to keep it as is and hit a create application button. That's it. So now the application is created. So see, from this low code and rapid development tool, I didn't write any code as such. I've created a data model, and thereafter I've created the foreign key relationship as well, a part of the data model between the master and child table detail tables. So then I've associated part of my application creation master and child table. That's it. So I hit a create button. I didn't touch any code development like we do. So we here completely focus on what exactly needed by the business or the users and solving the problem. That's it. Okay, now the application is ready. Let us try to launch and verify what we intended is coming up correctly. Run application here. Now it will look for the credential. Okay, my credential is my expense admin and the password. That's it. My application is launched successfully. Now I'm going to click this is the page associated with my application. Now you can see there is no customer information being captured. Now this first create icon what you see in the top of it, like just click plus symbol, it will expect your name. Like I'm going to give so this is my information, first name last name, and so this is the first information capture. Now thereafter, see, after master information created for a particular customer, now it will look for the line information for every month. I'm going to capture. So like our mobile bill, what you used to get it correct every monthly bill, so you can capture the line is nothing but monthly line cost. Like for this is the phone number, this is the line we can consider for this line. What is the uh, uh, monthly charges, like assuming that you are charging for $199, 199 rupees, or monthly, or $30 like monthly, as a plan you have it, and what is the date you are going to pay it, like assuming that you are going to pay November, and what is your customer ID. So this is the customer ID. So that's it. Okay, so now this is done. And in case if you have any loan, any device you bought it, so you can record that information as well. Like I have a device cost of like $15 per month I'm paying, and monthly I'm just paying along with my thing. That's it. Great. Okay, now for this particular customer, for November payment, I my line cost is $30 as part of my plan, and this is the loan amount which I'm capturing. So this is how the simplest application we got created, post data model. That's it. This is the easiest way how we create an application with low code and rapid development. We didn't touch any code, anything. Hope this video really helpful. If there is any question, please feel free to reach me out. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye.